everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I have for you today a Sainsburys food haul. I couldn't get a slot at Tesco and I managed to get a really cheap one at Sainsburys. Sometimes it's just nice to have a bit of a change. I know we essentially buy roughly the same things every week, but you get a few different bits and pieces. I just wanted to say I'm so sorry about all the racket in the background of this video. When I went to edit it, I realised how noisy it was. We had like the tiger who came to tea on in the background and both children at home because I could only get an after school delivery slot, and I have remembered now why I try not to get a delivery when both kids are home, because noise levels are crazy. So yeah, I'm sorry about all the racket in the background. But so we have a pack of the smoked back bacon rashers, and then I got one of these roast in a bag garlic and parsley whole chickens, just because at the weekend we didn't have time for a roast dinner. We were out and about both days, and I just thought I would do a midweek roast, and that just is really simple. And that was around about £4.50, but it's for a large one, so I didn't think that was too bad. And then these were £2, 12 pork sausages, just the Sainsbury's British ones. An unsmoked gammon joint. I tend to go for the unsmoked when it's a gammon joint, just so it's not too salty for the kids. And that was £2.71. And it is only a smallish one, but that will still go quite a long way when we cook it. It does quite a few dinners, and the children really like gammon actually. We normally have it with mash and beans or peas. We don't tend to have it as a sort of gravy dinner just because of the saltiness again. And then a pack of 5% beef mince. That was £2.50, so not too bad at all. 20 mini beef meatballs, quite handy just to have with pasta or in a sauce. A pack of extra lean diced beef, which looks very tasty, and that's just to make a casserole. That diced beef was £2.85. I tend to only get the meat that's on offer when we shop in Sainsbury's because it does tend to be very slightly more expensive, so that's the reason. And then over the back there, a full pint of whole milk, a full pint of semi-skimmed, and then we've got some Avengers yogurts for my son. Avengers, he's here watching me. Some low-fat red fruit yogurt, just the Sainsbury's own, because, well, they're cheap and cheerful, aren't they? They were £1 for 6. Some Frubes, I only ever get these when they're on offer, either £1 or £1.50. And then I got 2 of these chicken Kievs. These are only 95p per pack, so pretty cheap really, just for a quick dinner. We try not to have too much of this kind of thing, but just occasionally, 1 or 2 nights a week, we're rushed for various reasons. 10 codfish fingers, they were on offer at £2. And then a pack of king prawns, 2 of the original Bird's Eye chicken char grills. I've mentioned before that just sometimes if we're having a dinner which we don't think is very kid friendly, or we know they're not keen, then they have that with potatoes, veg and gravy, and they're happy with that. 40 pork cocktail sausages, these are around about £2.50. And then I have got a Be Good To Yourself sour cream. We've got some wraps to use up, we've got chicken to use up, so I've got some salady bits with this as well. And yeah, that should be a good way to use everything up. A big block of cheddar. We tend to go for medium. None of us are too keen on really strong cheese, and we get through this so fast. That was around about £2.50. We've got 2 oxtail soups for my husband, 1 of these creamy tomato pasta bakes, just to have with pasta to make a tuna bake as a quick tea one night. And then I got this Uncle Ben's sweet and sour no added sugar, just because that is on Slimming World. I think it's 6 cents a jar, or it used to be, so 3 cents isn't too bad really for a treat meal. 2 Italian chopped tomatoes, 1 ratatouille, which I normally get, some vinegar because we ran out, my very lazy chopped garlic, jar of oregano, 4 of the Singapore. They used to be free on Slimming World. I'm not actually sure that they are now. I need to brush up on the Slimming World books and things. They used to be free. I have a feeling that they're a sin or 2 now, but either way, they're super tasty and really good for a quick lunch if you're in a rush. And then we've got 6 of the mini apples, just because they're perfect for the kids. A pack of lazy salad, as we call it, just to go in the wraps tomorrow night. I've got a broccoli, 6 large free-range eggs. They were only £1. And then a hot and spicy stir fry. We're going to have a stir fry one night this week. This was on an offer with the satay stir fry sauce, which I thought that sounded really yummy actually. I mean, not particularly Slimming World friendly. I'll have to look up the sin value of that, but we just fancied a stir-fry type meal this week because we haven't had one in a while. And then a Thai red curry paste pot to make our own. Over here, a big cauliflower, because we're going to have cauliflower cheese one night with our roast chicken. Baby plum tomatoes, a new bag of red lentils, because I'm using those a lot at the moment in various soups and stews. Sorry, I've just got my son over in the background there practicing his writing, if you can hear anything. Big pack of pasta. That is a really big pack actually, and it wasn't expensive at all. Over the back here, some cheese and onion pombears, they were only £1. Some mini breadsticks, they were £1. And then I've got some Warburton's Toasty, just the Sainsbury's own Ridge Flame grilled steaks, because they're just like McCoy's, but only 85p a pack. And then I've got some boil in the bag basmati, a pack of the Fair Trade small bananas, just because they're good for the kids. And then over here, a 4-pack of Branston baked beans. We really like the Branston ones. And if you're following Slimming World, it always used to be that it didn't matter what baked bean brand you had, whether they were reduced sugar or not, they were still free. So I'm hoping that that's still the case. A pack of Rich Tea biscuits, a pack of custard creams, and a 6-pack of Freddos. And that is everything. This actually came to a shade over £70, which at first glance I think feels quite expensive, but I kind of forget that I have actually got quite a lot of meat down this end. So I've said this before, I tend to base my weekly shop on how many meals I've got. So if you divide all of this up, generally speaking, if I make a stew, we get a portion each over 2 different nights. So that's like 2 portions. This would do 2 meals. That would do easily 2 or 3 meals. And then you've got a roast chicken, and the leftovers will do sandwiches and pies, things like that. Bacon, sausages, 12 sausages will go a long way. A gammon joint will, and then that's another meal, another meal. So when you look at it like that, that's quite a few meals in there for £70. So yeah, quite pleased. Just thought I'd have a change and go to Sainsbury's this week because they had a really cheap delivery slot. Probably go back to Tesco because you just get used to where you shop, don't you? I'm sure I end up back there. But thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. I'm also over on Instagram with the name Mumma_Hedgehog 2 and the amazing Channel Mum with the name Mumma Hedgehog. Thanks very much. Bye.